Welcome back. A long-running dispute between Armenians and the nation of Azerbaijan exploded into violent conflict just over a month ago. And now supporters on both sides are fighting a public relations battle here in America. KPIX5's John Ramos explains.
It's hard to present the truth in a story like this when each side insists the other is lying. But for what it's worth, here are both sides of the argument. Fighting has flared up half a world away in a small region of Azerbaijan called Nagorno-Karabakh. Many ethnic Armenians live there and have claimed it as their own Artsakh Republic, which has drawn the ire of Azerbaijanis. The weapons are rockets and bombs, but today, in dueling protest rallies in the Bay Area, it became a war of words.
Fair media coverage! Fair media coverage!
The Azerbaijanis marched in San Francisco to gain exposure and protest what they feel is one-sided information.
Media is covering their protest, everything, but when we are going out, it's hard for us to get any coverage.
They say since 1991, ethnic Armenians have been forcing Azerbaijanis from the region.
What we want is Armenian army, the occupying Armenian army, to vacate the lands so the Azerbaijani people who used to live there can come back to their homes.
But gathering in San Mateo, the Armenians say the area has been their homeland for hundreds of years, and declaring it an independent state is an act of self-rule equivalent to our American Revolution.
This is a war that very much reflects the ideals of America, and the Armenian people living there very much reflect the ideals of the American people living here.
Each side says their civilians are being killed, and each denies being the aggressor.
If there is a reaction, if there is violence, I mean, you can't expect people living in Artsakh to sit back and take that violence.
The Armenians are getting support from the Russians, while the U.S. financially supports Turkey, which is helping Azerbaijan. The geopolitics are dizzying. But if there is one thing both sides in this country want, it is to convince the American public that they are in the right. In San Francisco, John Ramos, KPIX5.
When the conflict reignited in September, it ended a ceasefire that had lasted more than 20 years.